All right, Cosmetology Tribe, y'all ready? All right, next section is the blow dry and thermal curling service. Please blow dry wet hair and complete curls in a section of your choice using a curling iron. You have 22 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed when you have 11 minutes remaining. Okay, so basically they're saying that they want you to blow dry. You got 22 minutes. They want you to sanitize your hands, prepare mannequin for service, blow dry wet hair in one section, establish a base using a thermal iron. This is stuff that you get your points for. These are all the task lines. They want you to place a curl. They want you to place curl number 1 on base. They want you to place curl number 2 off base. All right. So with all that being said, the thermal blow dry and thermal curling section service, you may begin. Before every section, before you go into your kit, every time, just sanitize your hands before you go into your kit. You don't gotta put no bunch of hand sanitizer, because you're gonna be using this stuff all day. And when you sanitize your hands, you want to sanitize up to your wrist. Okay. You go in your kit. This is the blow dry and thermal curl section. You make sure you close your kit back. Yeah, I started putting, I always take that bag and fold it and sit it out your way. I started putting an extra 3-foot cord in all of the bags. By the time you take your test, it may not be renting bags. Okay. They're gonna be a plug like right here, right beside your station. So if you use a chair mount, whatever you use, your blow dryer or your curling iron may not be long enough to reach way over here like you want it to. So that's why I got the 3-foot cord in there. So you're gonna do blow dryer first anyway. Now this particular curling iron, I believe, got a pretty long cord. So you want to curl it up so it can be getting hot. So you want to plug it up so it can be getting hot. All right. You got 22 minutes to do all of this. So make sure that you're really efficient. Now you got to follow the task lines based on in order that the task lines are on the CIB. So we just setting all this stuff up. Break this in, it's new. You got 2 neck strips, one to check the temperature of your curling iron when you get to that point. You got your brushes and your comb. Now we use the styling drape with the neck strip. Styling drape with the neck strip. And the styling cape. We don't use a towel cake towel wet cape drape on this one. I like to put the Velcro. I create these mini capes because I know we're using mannequins, and I like to put the Velcro on, extra Velcro, so that I know we can fit it tight. On the neck, okay? There we go. Right. we got to do the blow dry, I got to wet the hair so we can put it in one section. So we can do one section of the hair. So we just take one of the, we're going to take one quadrant and blow dry it. Just kind of dampen the other hair so we can control it and get it out of our way. We don't need to wet it up. Just need to, we're going to put the top of the apex, back of the ear. We're going to get that quarter, that front quarter, or front quadrant. And we're going to take the other one and we're going to pin this hair out the way. Grab your clamp, get this hair out your way. Over here, put that hair out the way. And we're gonna work this hair right here. We're gonna work this hair right here. You gotta get it wet though. You gotta get it wet. All right, you got this wet. All right. A full quarter, okay. Then we'll start with the blow dryer. Sometimes you might have to put this little red button. And what you want to do is make sure, but one of the things they're looking for is they don't want you to be burning a hole in the people's head like this because you caught it in one spot too long. So you gotta keep moving the blow dryer throughout the service, right? And another thing they're gonna be looking for is they want to make sure that you are going to be manipulating, the the brush. So you want to take your roller vent brush and you want to try to get a section about the width of the brush. So we're going to take this section and we're going to clip it out the way. All right. And we're going to take another section. You got to be that precise, but you can eyeball it. And you're going to clip it out the way. Don't forget, we only got 22 minutes to do this whole thing. So we want to try to be as expedient as possible. Make sure this hair is wet. You don't want them, you don't want it too wet, so dripping where you just want all over the floor. But if you want the glass, you need a thick glass. Now, what I like to do is take my fingers, grab that hair, put that brush under there. Like that brush, we're going to go from roots to mid-shaft to end. We're going to say roots. If you want to keep that blow dryer moving toward the mid-shaft. Now, when I say manipulate the brush, watch me turn this brush, roll it. Watch me roll that brush. To manipulate that brush. And I'm steady moving my blow dryer and the brush. Got it half, that. Put that brush in front of that again. And you want to control the air. You don't want the air blowing all over here. You want to control the air and point the air downward. Or if you're going down, you want to point the air down. You want to point the air down in the direction that you're going. What you don't want to do is, as you see people do this all the time, even in straight board instructions, some of the videos you'll see where they're doing this. You see how I got that pinned against that brush? You don't want to touch the brush with the nozzle because they may take a point off for cross-contamination. If you can get close, But you don't want to touch that brush. Now, and then of course you see it all the time in the salon, but you're trying to get to the salon by getting your license. So the best way to get to the salon by getting your license, the best way to get that license is to listen to Jason, barber and educator, and licensed cosmetology and licensed cosmetology instructor, while we at it. But is to listen to the best state board exam trainer in the business. All right. Now, stop that. Take one of the clips down for the next section. You got that hair right here. Get your air going again. These buttons in a weird place for me on this brush. Keep that blow dry rocking back and forth. You got to keep it moving. You see me manipulating this brush? I'm steady manipulating that brush. I'm steady moving my blow dryer. I'm not keeping my blow dryer moving. I'm working my way on down to the ends. I'm just using these mid fingers to lift that hair and to grab that hair so I can put it in the position I want it in. Just using my fingers to grab this hair, get up under that, putting it in the position I want it in. And I'm manipulating that brush. Look at me turn it. Look at my blow dryer still moving. Okay? All right? And I can just take this other one out. Get that there. I'll keep that air going this way. Roots, mid-shaft, ends. There we go. Get out your way. All right, that's your blow dry. Now you go from your blow dry and you go straight into your thermal curl.